Hello, unlimited friends. Today I want to talk to you about money and abundance. Hi, I'm ZMAHOON from ZMAHOON.com, and on this channel, we talk about anything and everything that has to do with using the law of attraction to create an unlimited life. So let's get started. One of the biggest misconceptions in law of attraction information that's available on the internet is that your beliefs on a subject affect what happens to that subject. You will hear a lot of teachers telling you that it's your beliefs about money that keep money from coming in. And I'm here to tell you that yes, those beliefs do have an impact, but your beliefs about everything in life have to do with the amount of money that you're letting in on a day-to-day basis. So let's get started. Let's start by understanding why I say what I say. Stay tuned. I'm going to show you with a diagram. So, this is my most artistic drawing, okay? All right, so here's a person, and this person would like more money coming in to their lives. I'm going to give her a name. I'm going to call her Cindy. This is Cindy. Cindy has 2 children, and she recently lost her job, and it was the second or third job that she lost she was let go within a 12-month period. So Cindy is not very happy. And Cindy is thinking about money and thinking that her job is the only source that can give her money. So now she's pegged money. She's created this belief that money only comes from working at a job. So let's say source of money is a job. That is a link that she's made between the source of money and job. And as long as she has these two things connected, now money cannot come to her from any other source. She also has another belief, which is jobs are hard to find. Jobs are scarce. That's another belief. Then she has a third belief. Her third belief is, I'm not a professional. And she's an admin assistant and only has a high school diploma. So she never went to university, but she's been working as a receptionist. She's been working in admin for the past many years. Let's say about 15 years. But this is her belief. I am not a professional. And then she has other beliefs about her job. And one of her beliefs is it matters who you know. And lastly, a very important belief that she has is that jobs are not fun. Are not fun. And one last one, that employers want to get the most out of you. Employers, what should I say, squeeze you. And then a belief that a lot of people have, which is you need money for a good life. Now, given this belief system, which one of these beliefs do you think is limiting? Is any one of these beliefs limiting? And I would hazard a guess to say all of these beliefs are limiting. So if she has all of these beliefs, now she's put herself in a box. So nothing can happen, because that's how law of attraction works. Law of attraction gives you more of what you think about. And if these are the things that you think about finding a job, then you're keeping these beliefs active in your system. And they're affecting your aura. So each one of these beliefs, and I'm going to say these are all limiting beliefs, which makes them negative beliefs, all of these beliefs create holes in your aura. So this is your aura, and if you didn't have any negative beliefs, it would be perfect. But all of these beliefs create holes in your aura. Like that. So now you've got a leak. You've got leaks all over the place. And what do I mean by you have a leak? Meaning that the vibration, your magnetic field, this magnetic field is what pulls things from the field of all possibility to bring you the things that you want. Now you've got leaks in this field, so it's not a complete field. So your magnet for attracting money is broken, literally broken, because it has all these holes in it, right? So what Cindy has to do is she has to find a way to move away from these beliefs, because they're all negative beliefs. She needs to plug these holes that she's created. And that is the problem, because people look at not being able to find work and they attribute a reason to it. And that reason is usually not a vibrational reason, whereas the cause of what's happening is completely and totally vibrational. So in order for Cindy to be able to allow money in, so many things can happen, but they won't happen because she's preventing them because of these beliefs that she's got going on. Not only that, now she's created these holes, and because she's created these holes, then what happens is other things can also enter her system that disrupt her energy field. So she, for example, she can become sick, or something can happen, something that she doesn't like can happen. She can end up having a fight with her husband. She can end up getting into trouble, maybe a speeding ticket, maybe a parking ticket. I don't know. I'm just making this up as I go. But the point is that once you have these holes going on, now your vibrational field is not as pure as it could be. So what do we need to do? When we encounter any of these things in our thoughts, we have to address them. We have to soften them. So let's take them one at a time. For example, when you say employers squeeze you, they're not generous, now you've got to find a way to convince your mind that that is not always true. It might have been true for some people, but it was true for them because of the life that they were living, the vibration that they were sending out into the universe. It doesn't have to be true for everyone. So you have to say, it can be different for me. When I go and work for someone and they see how committed I am to my work and they see that I am a good person, then I will meet employers who recognize those things. See, over here, what you're saying is employers don't recognize those things and don't reward them. So you've got to change that. When you change that, now the universe can bring you things that correspond with your new belief. Because at this point in time, all you can attract is jobs that correspond to what your beliefs are. So your beliefs have to shift in order for the reality that you're living to shift. Let's take another example. Jobs are scarce. Yes, jobs are scarce. If that is your belief, then even if you're putting resumes out, you're not really expecting a call for an interview because you've told the universe, I don't expect a call. And so the universe will say, your wish is my command. You don't expect a call, you won't get a call. Instead, if you say to yourself, that person was able to find jobs, people are advertising. If people are advertising, that means that there are people out there who are finding jobs. And I can be one of them. I just have to wait and let it happen for me. If it can happen for other people, it can happen for me as well. Then let's move on to the other one. Source of money. My job is my only source of money. Well, that's very restricting because now you've told the universe, don't bring me money through any other source. I don't want any inheritance. I don't want to win the lottery. I don't want gifts from family and friends. I don't want to win contests that give me free stuff. I don't want my spouse to be the one who becomes prosperous and bring me money through there. I don't want any of those. The only way I want money to come in is through a job, because that's the link that you've made. And the universe will always answer your request. But this is the request you're putting out. Now, the next belief is you need money to have a good life. You need money to have a good life. But you know what? I've seen a lot of really wealthy people living very unhappy lives. So you don't need money to have a good life. You just need to be satisfied with the money that you do have in order to have a good life. So you've got to let go of that belief, because the more you look at other people, you create jealousy when you say, oh, that person has such a good life, it's because they're making more money. No, that person has, first of all, you don't know if that person really has a good life, because they might have the tangible things that success is supposed to look like, but they may not have peace in their hearts. So even if they have everything and they don't have peace, they're not happy people, right? So money is not about happiness. Happiness is about happiness. And money can help you to magnify that happiness, but you've got to get to the happiness part first. Make sense? All right. I'm not a professional. Well, you know what? I know a lot of people who never went to university that so many people talk about, who make a lot of money and have really happy lives, right? Les Brown is one, right? He's a fantastic motivator and speaker, right? So there's so many examples. If you set out there, you can find examples of so many university, college dropouts, people who never finished high school, who end up doing really, really well in life because they didn't have this belief. They didn't have this belief. They didn't think that their lack of a paper that says that they're worthy was going to get in their way because they believed in themselves. So making money or finding jobs has nothing to do with what kind of educational qualifications you have. All right, because you can always find an example of someone who was able to break the rule. And the reason it's important for you to understand that is because if one person can do it, then that means that anyone else can do it too. See, it took one person to break the record for running first time. But once that record is broken, then it releases this limitation that other people have in their minds that says that's the record and it's hard to beat. But once you remove that, once a record is broken, then so many people show up who can break it and do better and better and better. So you can break the record too, right? It's about accepting that the possibility exists. If the possibility exists, then it can happen to you as well. Then the next one is, it's important who you know. Who you know is what gets you the job. But that's not always the case. There are very few people who get those jobs because of who they know. Most people go through the system. And so if you are worthy, if you consider yourself worthy, if you don't have negative beliefs getting in your way, then you will get that job. And then lastly, Jobs are not fun. I don't like my work. I just put up with it because it's what gives me money. Well, you know what? If you don't like something, then that's the vibration you're sending out to the universe. You're saying, Universe, I don't like working, but I want a job. Universe, I don't like working, but I want a job. So, which is it? The universe is going to say, okay, I'll just keep you where you are until you make up your mind which one of these two things you want. Do you want a job or do you not want a job? And that's where people a lot of times get stuck. They keep asking for the job, but they don't really want to work. Well, you see, when you do that, you split your vibration into two parts. You split your vibration into this part, and the universe is vibrationally responding to both. The universe is responding to this request that you've made as well as this request that you've made. So it's like a tug of war, right? It's a tug of war, a vibrational tug of war. And it's about which one of these two things do you think about more. And that's what happens when people get really, really desperate. Then they pull more towards getting the job and thinking less about whether or not they like working. And then that job appears. It may not be what they want, but they take it. And that's why, when people give you the advice, don't wait for the perfect job to come along. Just get a job, because once you have money flowing in, now you've opened the door to that flow of money. And that is important because it helps you to feel more abundant. It helps you to feel that you have money coming in. And if you stop looking at the negative side of things, then the universe will pull you towards the better. Haven't you noticed that soon as you accept one job offer, then the very next day 10 more job offers come? And that's because when you accept a job offer, now you don't have lack of job going on in your vibration. And when you don't have lack of job going on in your vibration, now the universe can let in all the jobs that you were waiting for in the first place. So it's very simple and not so simple both at the same time. You have to notice what your beliefs are as they come up in your conversation, because they will come up in your conversation either with someone else or with yourself. These beliefs that I have just noted, they are just a few. They are just a few beliefs out of the many that you possibly have. But you don't need to find and change all your beliefs. All you need to do is shift those ones that come up the most often. Shift the ones that come up the most often, and if you do that, now you will create enough momentum so that the pendulum swings in your favor. Remember that you're pulling in both directions, and soon as the pull in one direction is bigger than the pull in the other direction, now things start happening. So that's all you need to do, my friends. All you need to do is to make the pendulum swing in your favor. So comment below. I can do that. I can make the pendulum swing in my favor. I can do this. I can make the pendulum swing in my favor. All right, that's it. That's all I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed this and learned a little bit from it. And if you did, please leave me a comment to let me know. And click on that like button because YouTube likes to know. And come back for more. I would love for you to subscribe and click on the notification bell so that I can invite you back for my next video. Take care in the meantime, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now.